I guess.
Oh, 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 it's magic, you know. Never believed it's not so. It's magic, you know. Never believed it's not so. And now, the final episode of Animation Week in August. Thanks, Coaster
Those
Kitty.
are clean.
Okay, here. Go back in your trailer. So, we've got a strange magic.
You got
No.
the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, people, I'm not going to sing because, well, I think this is like our 195th or so review, so I'm saving singing for 200.
Oh my god. Lucky you.
But wait, you're probably not singing in that one, so you can sing. You can sing.
Quit picking everything.
You had an extra hair. You had a loose hair. So we're reviewing our 4th, 5th, 6th George Lucas production, Strange Magic. On a $70 million budget in 2015, it made less than 20 million worldwide. It debuted in over I think it debuted in like 3,000 theaters. And it opened at like number 9.
For George Lucas, that's not good.
For Disney, that's pathetic.
But you said that they produced it under the other name.
Well,
Touchstone Pictures?
Yeah, Touchstone Pictures. The same people who did Jumanji and The Help. The people that, like, when Disney isn't, like, very comfortable about a movie, they have a number of distributions, including Miramax. Why they wouldn't want to release this under Miramax, I have no idea. But you know.
Okay.
So.
Probably a good reason why.
Yes, that's why I said that. Are there some other ones? I feel like there are.
Anyway.
Buena Vista?
Come on.
Buena Vista as well.
Can we just get to the point?
So, this is, as opposed to, like, the Bobbleheads movie, yes, but unlike something like Hero of Color City, which to me is a better kids movie.
Yeah.
The Bobbleheads movie is a better kids movie, I think.
Could be.
This is like a 15-year George Lucas passion project. He had this idea back in the year 2000, and his thing that I don't get was, Star Wars is for 12-year-old boys, so this is for 12-year-old girls.
Did he have a granddaughter or something that he was doing it for? Or did his wife, like Fern Gully or something?
Maybe he has daughters, I don't know, but I don't know. Spoiler alert, I've never been a 12-year-old girl.
I hope not.
But you have for about a year in your life, right?
I guess.
Would you have watched this?
I don't even know what movies we got to see when I was 12.
I'm just saying, would this have appealed to you if you were 12?
I mean, they had all the fairy tale short movies and that. Remember? JJ used to have some.
The Thumbelina movies and stuff?
Well, remember when they came out with where you put a fairy and then you pulled the stick and then she went flying around?
Yeah, those were toys, not movies.
I know. No, but there were short movies.
Tinkerbell?
No. Anyway, just go on. I'll think of them. They were princesses that were fairies. Anyway.
All I can think of is like those Barbie movies that we saw.
Maybe. I don't know.
Which are better movies for young girls. At least the ones I've seen. But also...
I think you're just going to harp bad on this.
Well, yeah, because there's not much internally to harp on. It's not in like a so bad it's good thing, and it's not like so crazy that describing it doesn't do it justice, like the Bobbleheads movie, like Oogie Loves, like
Oh my
Gus,
gosh. Okay.
like The Big Bus, like Monster Trucks, like
Okay. Got it.
when you talk about those movies, they're just like crazy and weird that you have to talk about. When it comes to something like this, it's very straightforward. It's very... It feels... Okay, let's say George Lucas had this idea. Well, he must have said this idea around some people because this reminded me of Shrek, this reminded me of Bug's Life.
You said The Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid. Apparently it's also part of Beauty and the Beast. It's a jukebox musical. You've got a little bit of Frozen. You could also throw in Shrek.
Okay.
Ant Bully, I guess.
So he must have been thinking about all these other movies and then just came up with it in his mind.
No. He came up with this idea, but so many people have told this idea and told this idea better that now he's like, oh, I've got the idea. It's like saying, hey, I've got a new way to play cassettes.
Okay.
And it's like, yeah, that was great. 15, 20 years ago.
Okay.
Trolls, I think, did this idea better, where you've got, like, the happy side and then you got the dark side.
Okay, which they were next to each other. The sunshiny forest and the dark forest. And don't go there. But all the love potion flowers were right there.
Okay, yeah. Okay, in a jukebox musical movie, which I'm not going to harp on the songs, I'm only going to harp on the songs for one purpose. How, in a movie called Strange Magic, where 90% of the songs have the word love in the title or in the lyric, with a movie with a love potion, do you not play the song Love Potion number 9?
Maybe he couldn't get the rights to it.
But they could get the rights to Elvis and Kelly Clarkson?
Well, you never know.
And tell
She was
him
a strong
by whoever they are.
butterfly. Or a bug, or whatever you want to call her.
Love potion, I need love potion. That would have been a hilarious thing with all of those small side characters, like the Pain and Panic ripoff from Hercules, which had a very... wow, I guess... I don't know him.
They were like the stuffed animals at the county fair.
From Toy Story 4?
Yeah.
No, those were funny.
But I mean, their thoughts.
Well...
Is it cologne? Aftershave.
After this movie, am I sexist?
I don't know.
That I didn't see that?
I don't know.
Did you?
What, that was that?
The ending? Did you notice that?
Oh.
Well, if you didn't, then I guess that gets me a pass, right?
I guess.
Okay. So, you want to, like, tell about this movie? I mean,
so what it is the first daughter was going to be the princess, and whoever she married, well, she was going to be queen, whoever she married was going to someday be king.
She was going to marry knockoff John Smith from Pocahontas.
But he was not...
It is knockoff John Smith.
Okay, he was not a very nice boy.
Yeah.
She found him on their wedding day kissing another girl.
Mm-hmm.
Or another ladybug, another female insect.
Another person, because in this world, you can't tell sometimes.
And so then she's like, she's never going to trust anybody ever again. She's not going to fall in love and blah, blah, blah.
She kind of turns
and her
into...
sister...
This isn't a commentary, but I'll just say it. She kind of looks like Joan Jett.
Mm. Okay, maybe.
And she kind of acts like JJ.
Maybe.
Can I say why?
Because she's tough?
No, because she didn't want to dance around people. Or in public.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And her father wants her to meet somebody.
You mean George Lucas?
Yeah. But her younger sister was like, "Oh, I'm so in love with it. Oh, I want to see this. Oh, I have a crush
I love
on
you.
this guy."
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you too.
She was a flirt.
She was bubbly, I think.
Okay. So anyway,
Can I say one thing about the father?
go ahead.
There was a scene, maybe I'm reading too much into this, but there was a scene where the father and the brunette daughter hugged.
Yeah.
That was kind of creepy.
Why? Son and daughter? Or
No, just like...
she was getting comfort from him. But then he wanted her...
It looked like they were going to be a couple. It's like, ew. That's what I thought.
Then he was trying to get her to go to the dances, and that's when she told that Bug that she was stronger now because of him.
When are we going to talk about the
second sister getting kidnapped?
No, the, don't worry about a thing.
Every little thing was going to be...
No, that guy.
Wasn't that the ugly bug? The cockroach or whatever he was?
That wasn't a bug.
What are you talking about? Not the mushrooms? Just say it!
The dark-skinned guy.
Oh, the little guy.
Yes.
The elf?
Yes.
What about him?
Why aren't we going to talk about him? Because he's pretty important to the story.
Yes, because he was in love with John.
So the John Smith knockoff tricks
him into getting love potion.
From
so he could get the
Sugar Plum Fairy.
Yes, which was
This is a terrible Christmas movie.
Captured in a cocoon in the dark side forest.
Meanwhile, there's this, like, half mouse, half squirrel-like creature. You know what I'm talking about?
Don't want to call him a rat, but he was...
half squirrel, half mouse or something? Or like a...
No, he wasn't a half squirrel. The squirrel is what the guy was riding.
Oh, yeah. That animation
like
looked good.
It was like a rat or whatever.
It was like a cryogenically modified rat.
Maybe.
Anyway. Like a rat mixed with like a viper or something with a mouth. Because it had fangs.
So anyway, the little elf does get to the fairy, Sugar Plum Fairy, does get a potion, and the Sugar Plum Fairy said, make sure he doesn't get it. Oh my god. So then they get back, and there's a spring dance or something. Or...
There's a carnival, I think.
No, there was a dance that she was supposed to go to watch over her younger sister.
There was a Ferris wheel.
Okay, spring fling, Ferris wheel, whatever.
There was like a concert hall.
Okay.
That's when the dark forest creatures kind of took over.
Right.
It would be like replacing Sonny and Cher with the Osbournes. The Osbournes. Pretty close.
Yeah. Went from pop to rock and roll.
It turned from Red Wine to stuff Andreas Schnass would play.
I don't know who that is. Anyway.
Yes.
So you're going to get going?
1 second, people.
Okay. It wasn't that bad.
It was heavy metal, people. So the Dawn, the bubbly girl, the blonde, she gets captured, and in wacky circumstances, because the Bog King is, the Buggy, or Bog Baby, or whatever.
Bug Kingapoo?
Yeah, sure. All of these weird nicknames.
She opens her eyes
and sees him first.
Yes.
And
so she's falling in love.
and someone who has barely sung now sings for like the next half hour of the movie.
And everyone's like, quiet.
She's not a bad singer.
No. She's got a set of pipes there. Good lungs.
She's not Kristen Wiig.
Whatever, move on. Don't need to bring her up.
She's my go-to
Okay.
attack.
Ba-da-dum.
So then the main girl, the like Joan Jett girl, is kind of not in the movie for a little bit now. As it's mainly about like
She thinks she's the only one that can go and save her.
but also that mouse thing steals the love potion and then makes all of these like weird couples, which I would have rather seen those couples like just try to
A hedgehog and a rat, a mushroom, and I don't know what, and yeah,
I don't know, maybe
a lizard and
that troll or elf.
the elf. Yeah.
Yeah, like I want to see that. I want to see that couple. Like, yeah, you're cute too.
And you're going to tell them what the one thing is that the love potion won't work?
Well, I mean,
You're kind of ruining the movie anyway, right? You don't want people to watch it because it'll put them to sleep.
I think you liked this movie more than me. And I wanted to say...
It was okay.
I want to say more stuff about this movie, such as the Bog King's mother, voiced by Maya Rudolph.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not picture that coming.
Mm-hmm. But, him saying, okay, this is the two bits I want to say about George Lucas with this movie. Okay. One, he said, this movie is for 12-year-old girls. I'm not sure how it's made for 12-year-old girls. Like, there are several female characters, but they're kind of like side characters. They're not starring, it's like an ensemble with like 15 or 20 characters.
I mean, the little fairies that...
The two girls. The blonde
the two princesses?
And Joan Jett. Yeah. They are in the movie, but they're not like the main stars.
I think they are.
It's more of like an ensemble piece.
Mm.
That's like saying Toy Story.
So there's like 4 people that star in the movie.
There's like 5.
The 2 males. Oh, and I forgot the elf. Okay,
yeah.
5. The 2 sisters, the 2 males, and the elf.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then they're all complemented by all these rodents,
weird
bugs
characters,
and mushrooms, and
the Sugar Plum Fairy, voiced by Kristen Chenoweth. That took me a while to figure out.
Mm.
I don't know who I thought it was. I thought it was Melissa Rauch from Big Bang Theory.
I don't know who that is.
Bernadette.
Oh, Bernadette. Bernadette.
Anyway, the 2 things I want to bring up is that, yeah, it's for 12-year-old girls. I don't think so. I think it's a little either slow or a little dark or not focused enough for 12-year-old girls.
I don't think the songs are for 12-year-olds. I don't think they've heard it. Unless, when was this released?
2015.
Unless they listen to the oldies channel. I doubt.
Well, I mean, they know who Kelly Clarkson is. And
yeah, that's probably about the only song that they're going to recognize.
They've seen Lilo and Stitch, so they know the Can't Help Falling in Love, I guess. Okay. But the other thing was that the reason why he made this movie was he said, Hollywood doesn't make movies for girls. Let's say this came out in the year 2000 when he said that. You got Beauty and the Beast. You got Little Mermaid. You have Aladdin.
Frozen's coming out.
No, I'm saying but in 2000 when this came out, you had a bunch of these movies that all...
Tangled? Was that out yet?
That was in 2012 or something, 2011. I'm just saying you had all of these movies from the 80s and 90s that came out. Even going back to the beginning, you had Cinderella, you had Snow White, you had Sleeping Beauty. This wasn't a Disney movie, but you had Anastasia come out around in the 90s. You had all of these movies come out in the 90s that were made, that were for girls, that starred girls. So I don't know why he
felt the passion that he had to do it. Why did Disney back him and then they didn't like it? So
because they bought Lucasfilm and this came with it.
Well, they didn't have to release it.
Maybe they thought it would be successful. Maybe they thought it would be the next Frozen, despite it coming out like a month after Frozen. Not even a month.
Well, they should have just released it straight to VHS, DVD. Whatever.
You shouldn't release a $70 million movie direct to video. That's what you do for like a $5 million movie.
Okay, whatever. I didn't think it was that bad. If you want to watch it, I did feel like a snooze fest once in a while.
That's the big problem with this movie. It's not bad enough. It's not memorably bad enough. Like Bobbleheads, you remember. Oogie Loves, you remember. This, some people do defend and talk about this movie. I know, I can see.
I think I'm going to walk away right now.
Talk for a little bit while I find out what our next movie is.
So just like the perfect love story, you can try and figure out who is going to fall in love, and the love potion only works.
Well, it only works one way, I guess. Even though, I don't know, it's just weird.
And the Sugar Plum Fairy finally told him why it didn't work on him with the bug that he liked.
I would like to see George Lucas make a prequel to this, because that story might be a little interesting, along with why the Sugar Plum Fairy was imprisoned in the first place, and why he...
Because his love with the love potion didn't work.
Whatever. Anyway,
you'll have to watch the ending to find out why it didn't work.
They're at Nilbog. Anyway... That's a Troll 2 reference. Okay. Join us next time where, you know what? You like us together? Well, 2 heads are better than 1. And 2 brains. Bye.